children, welcome back to your science class. We are running the chapter microorganisms and we already discussed about algae, fungi, virus and bacteria. Now we will discuss on protozoa. In the basic introductory class we talked about protozoa and we are very familiar with an example, and that is the amoeba. Okay, so amoeba belongs to this protozoa group. So let's start. First one, the first feature is single cell and the smallest. Just like the previous groups or previous types of microorganisms, as the name suggests, these are also very small, so small that we cannot see those with our naked eyes, and obviously contain single cell. I told you a term in terms of bacteria, that is a unicellular, means uni means only one. So this also contains just single cell, or this is also unicellular organism. Okay. The next feature is found in water and soil. Of course, microorganisms are present everywhere in our environment. In case of water body, in case of soil, in case of atmosphere, these are also found everywhere in our environment. The third one is parasite or saprophyte. There is some exception, I am coming later. So what is parasite? I explained to you previously. The organism depends on others for food by living on the body of that organisms or the host organisms. Okay, these are also parasite and saprophyte. Saprophyte is a term you already got the concept from that plant nutrition chapter. And what is that? Saprophyte organisms also cannot produce their own food, but they take or they intake the dead and decaying organic matters present in the environment. Just like fungi. Fungi group are purely saprophytic. They intake dead and decaying organisms or organic matters in case of nutrition. Decaying means rotten. Dead means obviously when an organism or living organism, maybe plant or maybe animal is dead, then the body parts starts decaying or rotting in the environment. Okay, that rotten body parts are the main food source for the saprophytic animals or saprophytic organisms, just like the protozoa also. So protozoans are maybe of parasite or saprophyte, but there is an exception, and that is the euglena. Euglena is a protozoa that contains chlorophyll, and we already learned about that chlorophyll is a green pigment and responsible for the photosynthesis procedure, or the organism that have the chlorophyll, they can produce their own food by the photosynthesis process. So euglena obviously belongs to the autotrophic groups of nutrition in our environment. So protozoans can be of parasitic, saprophytic, or in case of euglena, these are the autotrophs. Okay. Next thing is obviously binary fission, the terms of reproduction in case of protozoa. We explained the binary fission in the previous class. A cell is dividing into two daughter cells in terms of 2 or the binary. Binary means 2. Okay. So decimal and binary, you already got the concept from your computer class, I hope. So binary fission means the production of two daughter cells from the mother cell. So this is the method of reproduction in terms of protozoa also. Now these are obviously harmful, causing so many diseases in the human beings, especially just like malaria. Malaria is a very devastating disease, causing so many deaths actually throughout the year from the ancient time. And malaria is the disease caused by a protozoa that is termed as plasmodium, and carried by a mosquito. Okay, mosquito is not responsible for having the disease. Mosquito is just a carrier. and the causative agent or the main culprit here is the Plasmodium protozoa. Plasmodium protozoa is carried by the mosquito that enhance or the outbreak of the disease in the human, and that is termed as the malaria disease. Okay. Amoeba is an example, and dysentery is a disease caused by some another protozoa, and that protozoa is named as Entamoeba. Okay, so you don't need to memorize each and every protozoan's name, but the diseases are very alarming in the social systems, in our economic system, throughout the world. So you have to learn the diseases and who is responsible for the disease. So I hope the protozoans are also very clear to you. Now we will talk about the usefulness or importance or significance of these microorganisms entirely for the human welfare and our society. So now the main important thing is the bacteria are helpful or harmful. Okay. The first one is, look at the board, you can see over here, producing curd and bread. In the class of bacteria, we told you that some bacteria like lactobacillus can convert the lactose in the milk into the lactic acid to produce the curd. So this is a very important, helpful bacteria in our environment that is used to prepare curds from the milk, and yeast is also a bacteria. This is also used to produce the curd, bread in the industries as well as in our home. Now, producing alcohol, spirits, etc. Yeast is also responsible here to produce the alcohol from the sugarcane, fruits, rice, etc. These are the source of alcohol. So, spirit is applied directly on your skin before penetrating the syringe or injection syringe. Okay. So, spirit is a form of alcohol also that is derived from any source, plant source or animal source, and with the help of the yeast. So, yeast is also responsible for preparing the alcohol and spirit as well as the curd and bread in the industries. Okay. Now, antibiotics and vaccines. These are properly in terms of medical aspects. Antibiotics. Let's split the word. Anti means something against, and biotic means some biological organisms. That means something is against the biological organisms. When we are suffering from some viral disease, some bacterial disease or fungal disease, doctors generally prescribe some antibiotics. These antibiotics are as a medicine that are prepared from the microorganisms and that can kill the harmful microorganisms inside your body to treat your disease. So these are also very important, produced from the microorganisms. Vaccines. You are also very familiar with the term vaccine. Let's have some example like polio vaccine. What is a vaccine? A live but non-functional microorganism is entered in your body to fight against that particular virus or bacteria in the next attack. Okay. In your fresh or healthy body, something live but non-functional microorganism or virus or poliovirus, live but non-functional poliovirus is entered in your body to boost your immune system to fight against when you are attacked with some other poliovirus in future. So, vaccines are prepared from the microorganisms itself, but it helps you to fight against the next attack of that particular microorganisms. So these are used in medical purposes, medical industries, and by the help of microorganisms. Next thing is food supplement. Yes, some microorganisms, some bacteria, some algae, some fungi are rich in some nutrients, some vitamins, some minerals. So in case of medical use, in case of supplement product, this can use to produce or to fulfill the requirement of your necessary nutrients in your body. So this is also a very important aspect regarding the medical science, or under medical guidelines you are prescribed with some food supplements that are originated from the microorganisms. Okay, and the last thing is increasing the soil fertility. This is an aspect in the terms of agriculture. You already got the concept of agriculture in your crop production and development chapter. Okay. So now, increasing the fertility or increasing the soil fertility is responsible by some bacteria especially. Some bacteria can enhance nitrogen in the soil from the atmosphere. That actually enhances the growth and the development of the crops by increasing the soil fertility. Fertility means the capability to produce something, or capability to produce some crops in terms of agricultural soil fertility, or the capability of soil to produce a good quality of crops. So microorganisms, specifically some bacteria, helps to increase the nitrogen content in the soil from the atmosphere to increase the soil fertility, or helps in the plant nutrition and proper growth and development of that particular crop. So children, I hope this is very clear to you. In the next class, we will talk about harmful aspects of bacteria, virus and fungi and all the microorganisms, and a new topic, and that is related to agriculture, is nitrogen cycle.